Panna Cotta, a favorite of dessert aficionados and mobsters alike.
Listen, you gotta pay the protection money. Dennis?
Yes?
This is Fat Mike, I'm Joe.
Can I help you?
Gotta have a few words with you, the boss sent us.
Oh, come on in. I'm just making lunch.
So chicken parmesan and panna cotta, eh? Chicken parmesan and panna cotta. See what you got.
Problem is, Panna Cotta requires overnight cooling, and thus it must be prepared in advance. This concoction begins with the frigid milk of western almonds. One could simply use water as well. Half a cup is added to a small container along with half an ounce of gelatin. Type matters not. Then, using the Jason method, he mixes it well and sets it aside in place of a pot. 2/3 of a cup of allulose or other low-carb sweetener is added, along with another half cup of almond milk extracted from Californian nuts, a pinch of sodium chloride, and 3 whole tablespoons of alcoholic vanilla juice from unknown origins. Then we need heavy cream, and lots of it. 1/4 or 4 cups to be exact. All to make what is essentially an Italian fat bomb. A stickler for value, he likes to ensure he gets every last bit from cartons. He peels it open as if you were back in primary school and pours out every last drop. Afterwards, with the assistance of a bunch of organized wires, he mixes the concoction a tad, but requires the presence of heat. Using Magneto's preferred method of cooking, he sets the temperature to low and begins slowly whisking and waiting. He could add a splash of whiskey, rum, or beer, but he chooses not to in order to keep his panna cotta fireproof. In order to determine when to stop heating the mixture, he could use a thermometer or simply use the finger test. Once he can no longer hold his finger inside for longer than 3 to 4 seconds, the temperature is perfect. Using a bendy spatula, he deposits his bloom gelatin to the milk and mixes vigorously for a minute or 2. After all, he doesn't want gelatin clumps in his panna cotta. Using a tray lined with foil in case of an accident, he places small glass cups that make for a decent presentation. The hot milk is poured through a strainer to catch any possible lumps and to reduce air bubbles. One could also use ramekins, but glass cups are easier as they do not require removal of the dessert for presentation. With the use of a paper towel, he cleans the sides of the glass he dirtied for clean, sharp lines. These are then placed into the fridge for at least 4 to 6 hours. And then he cleans. Because ants. Fortunately for Dennis, he made the panna cotta last night. And now that he has leg-breaking Gambino sitting at his kitchen table kindly asking for this silky dessert, he decides to make a special topping. To a pot he adds 2 half cups of allulose. Other sweeteners will work, but not as well as they tend to recrystallize. The pot goes over low heat and now requires patience. Eventually the sweetener will begin to melt like a northern iceberg.
Let's have a chat while the caramel's cooking. Except we need a little more dramatic lighting in here. Gambino gambit. Listen, you gotta pay the protection money. Listen, I'm not.
Just listen, buddy. There's a lot of people out there want to hurt you and extort you and take your money. You got the Russians, the Cubans, even the vegans want to break your freaking legs. I don't know how with the weak little arms, but they do. It's a fact. Everybody wants to hurt you. You got the whole world against you. Let us protect you. So what's it gonna be, guy? What are you killing ants over there? What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm trying to have a conversation. You're over here banging on the table. How about you see if that panna cotta's ready before Mike kills you a fucking heart attack? What the fuck's wrong with you?
And so Dennis returns back to tending to his melting sugar, the basis for his salted caramel. It has begun to obtain a light amber color, so he begins melting some salted butter. Do not attempt to use cold butter or you will have a very, very bad time. He slowly pours the milk fat into the melted allulose while stirring to distribute it evenly and prevent clumping. Then some salt because it is of course salted caramel, and the final ingredient, which must also be warm, more heavy cream. Once perfectly and evenly mixed, he lets it simmer for a minute or 2 and proceeds to remove it from the heat. The panna cotta is removed from the chiller, the caramel poured into a storage container, and the lucky fat bomb selected. The contrast between hot and cold, salty and sweet is incredible and one particularly special. The other serving is an attempt at being healthy, topped with a few raspberries and blackberries. If one so wishes, honey or agave syrup also work extremely well as a final touch. However, this caramel needs something different. Using special flaky sea salt, he tops the caramel for both nicer presentation and improved flavor. And after final judgment, the panna cotta go.
This is pretty good. Yo, this is pretty damn good. Yo, Mike, try this. No? Alright, more for me.
So what's it gonna be, black tie guy?
It goes against everything I stand for. It goes against everything I stand for. No.
Alright. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Ah!
Did you think he was gonna kill you?
We wanted you dead, he'd be dead already. Nah, we just need you to sign this piece of paper saying we dropped by and paid you a little visit. And that you refused our services. All set. Be on our way.
Not for nothing, but the panna cotta and the palm of yours, better than my mom's.
I appreciate it.
Seems you got aliens. See you around.
Again? Seriously?
But before you have your panna cotta, don't forget to eat your dinner, like this absolutely amazing chicken parmesan. Then you can have and eat your low-carb and keto-friendly panna cotta. A fat bomb so good it pleases even the toughest of mobsters. Comment down below how you like to eat your panna cotta, and until next time, much thanks to my supporters on Patreon, and remember, eat well.